This is James Holder for IFL TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella. With me, I've got the greatest human on the entire planet, maybe even in the solar system, Matthew Macklin. What's happening, Matt? You all right?
How's things? Very nice of you to say.
Everything's all right, mate, yeah. You know why I say this. I'm standing here with this silly pole and this silly jacket on because of you. Here we go. What's happening? We're in Birmingham for the Battle of Brum on Saturday. You're in action against Jason Wellborn. First fight against light middle or super welter, is that right?
Yeah, first time. The last time I boxed at this weight was when I fought lost to Jamie Moore in 2000 and when was it? 6? Yeah, 2006. Jeez, nearly 10 years ago.
What a fight that was, by the way. Got to say, absolutely.
Great fight for you, not for me.
Great fight, absolutely brilliant fight. If you want to watch an absolute war, watch that fight. That's what I'm going to say. Normally, when people get older, their body grows, you get heavier, you go up the weight. What was the reason for you coming down the weight?
Well, I think, obviously, I mean, the reality is if I fought at middleweight, I could make light middleweight and fight on the day. And there's not too many fighters boxing at world level that could say that. A lot of guys that they're taking a lot of weight off the week of the fight and they're putting it back on. Of course, there is a line, there's a health issue, there's a affecting your performance issue, and if you cross it, it will. But I was making middleweight so comfortable, I was barely just taking nothing out in water, and I mean, I'm weighing here today exactly what I would be weighing if I was fighting at middleweight tomorrow. There's no difference at all. I'm exactly what I would be. So I'm just taking that little bit out from tonight to tomorrow lunchtime, and that's it. And I'll put it back in. And it's not even. I'm not going to go into it, but it's not even a lot. And I know what people are doing and what they're taking out. I'm well comfortable. I mean, I'll be thinking of doing welterweight after this fight. So it's like, it's not an issue for me. The way I'm actually excited. I'm excited about the new challenges and the new opportunities that can come at this weight division.
2 good wins, well, 2 sort of keeping you busy, getting your confidence back up wins since we saw you suffer that defeat in Thailand. Do you feel now as if you've turned a corner and you know what you want to do in terms of pushing forward and looking to challenge again for world titles? Definitely.
Like I said, the fight in May, I probably wasn't there mentally. You could see I come in, the way it was at, I think, 165 pounds, whenever I come in, I didn't even look in shape, and I wasn't really in shape. I was in shape for the fight that it was. If it wasn't a show in Birmingham, I wouldn't have boxed on that date. When it was Birmingham, I wanted to be part of it. But it served the purpose. I got the win. It got the career moving in the positive direction. The same thing in Marbella. I got the win. Got me in camp. I was in better shape for that one. But for this shape, I'm in good shape. And Jason Wellborn is, hasn't boxed anywhere near the level I've consistently been at for my whole career. But but he's not a bad fighter, and he'll be ambitious. For the last 2 guys, they were routine guys that you come in and you knock over in a couple of rounds. Let's be honest, that's what they were. But this is a guy that's at least coming to win. He's fought for area titles. He's fought for the British titles twice. Come a cropper both times, 6 and 7 rounds against good fighters, Liam Smith and Frankie Gallagher. So he's a good fighter at a level, but he's also a fighter that I should definitely beat and beat decisively. So yeah, it's a step up from the last 2. It ticks a lot of boxes here in Birmingham. It's a fight at 154, but it's a fight that I'm looking forward to, putting on a good performance, getting a good win, and then really after this fight, then we're going to sit down and get more serious and think like, what are the real options out here and what's the best route to the right world title shot.
Now, I don't know how to ask this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. 2 fights ago, he was in with Liam Smith, who is now WBO world champion.
Yeah.
It's part of your gym. It's part of the Macklin gym revolution, if you like. Yeah. Is there a chance that, with you being now a big name in this division, that fight could potentially happen down the road?
I mean, it's not impossible, but I'll be honest, I wouldn't be massively comfortable with that fight. I mean, I stayed at Paul Smith's house when I was 16. Do you know what I mean?
Massively comfortable asking you the question.
Yeah. I stayed at Paul Smith's, been my friend since we both boxed in South Africa together. I think we were 15. So what's Liam? Liam probably would have been about 8. That's how long I've known the Smith family and known Liam. So, and I've trained with him recently, inspired with him up in Joe Gallagher's gym up in Bolton, Amir Khan's gym that Joe used. So, probably people who I'm friends with today in boxing, they're the longest standing friends in boxing. So it's not a fight I would want to be involved in, really, and I'm sure he would say the same to you. Listen, you never know. Do you know what I mean? And I'm his manager. So, I mean, how do you even go about having that conversation? Look,
I do want to bring that bit up.
Yeah, it would probably be the most awkward fight in the history of boxing, with all the outside things. So, look, it's not impossible, but you know, I'm not. I haven't even really thought about that. I haven't even thought about it. I was just happy to see him win the world title. I was up there supporting him, and thank God he won it, and he looked brilliant doing it. But listen, I don't think so. It's not a fight I'm keen on at all, for obviously the reasons that I've just told you. But you know, who knows? But no, I'm looking to get this win on Saturday, and then you know, I'm looking for one of the other world titles really.
Let's talk a little bit about Saturday's other cards. Obviously, the man you know very well, Gennady Golovkin, taking on David Lemieux in a unification bout. You've been at that weight, you've shared a ring with Golovkin. What do you think will be the outcome on Saturday between these two fighters?
I think Golovkin knocks him out inside 3 rounds. I don't see it going past 3 because, you know, I mean, it's possible, but I doubt it because he's just, you know, Lemieux's most dangerous inside the first 3. You know, Golovkin, from that point of view, you'd think that Golovkin, you know, just warm into it, take your time, get him 5 or 6. He's only dangerous for the first 3, but he's also quite aggressive, you know, and I think Lemieux's going to think, you know, I've got to get this guy early, so he's going to probably be more aggressive than he even normally would be.
Worst thing you could do?
Pardon?
Worst thing you could probably do?
Well, I think no, I don't think so. I think if I was Lemieux, I would go with him straight away. I would throw all my eggs in one basket and go from the first bout. You know, because I don't see him beating him over 12 rounds. Listen, he's got a chance inside the first 3, definitely. He hits like a mule, and you know he's very dangerous early on. I think after 3 rounds, he from having an okay chance, I think he gets slim to none. Where, you know, Golovkin's for me just a full package. You know, he can break him down. He's dangerous in the 12th. You know, he's got it all, but he's also dangerous early. He bangs a lot of people out inside 2 and 3 rounds. So, I mean, I would expect the fight to be over one way or another inside 3 rounds, and I think it will be Golovkin that wins.
Body shot?
Who knows?
How much do them body shots hurt from Golovkin?
Well, he broke my ribs, and it looked like he could have hit me a lot harder, didn't it? So, you know.
It's the way he just lifts them up a little bit.
Yeah. He's so heavy-handed. So
Listen,
accurate.
Listen, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I do appreciate it, just in case we get calling out any other members of the firm. And look forward to seeing you in action Saturday. Hopefully go out, do what you've got to do, and back in the mix for some big fights.
Cheers, thanks a lot.
Top man, thanks for your time, Matthew.
Cheers.